Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we're making the Crochet Sunflower Tote Bag. Check the description to see when the matching hat drops as a tutorial, but let's get right into it. I used weight 4 yarn in dark brown, mustard yellow, yellow, and deep green. You'll also need scissors, and I use a 3.5mm hook. The first part of making the sunflower is making this center circle here. I will be using a different shade of brown just so it's a little bit easier to see. So you want to go ahead and start with a slip knot. And then from here, you're going to chain up 4. After your chain 4, you're going to insert a slip stitch into the first chain, creating a circle. You're going to chain up 4, and we're going to insert 15 treble crochet into the circle we just made. Treble crochet is yarn over twice. Insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And the chain 4 did count as a stitch, so you just want to repeat adding treble crochets into the circle until you have a total of 16, and I'll meet you at the end of the round. So now we're at the end of the row, and you want to slip stitch to join at the top of the chain 4, our first stitch, to finish out this circle. After that, you'll chain up 1 and cut your work, and you'll have a circle that looks like this. So you want to take the center of your circle. I'm just going to use this one more time just for visual purposes. It's a little bit easier to see what I'm doing. You're going to insert your hook under any one of the triple crochet. It doesn't matter which one at all. So as long as your hook is under those 2 V's like so, you're good. And I'm going to switch back because this is the color we're actually using. So insert your hook and take your second color. With your second color, you're going to place it over your hook like so, and leave a little bit of a tail hanging, okay? You don't need any more than this. In fact, I'm gonna pull back a little bit because I don't need that much. Anything like this would be fine. So from here, you're gonna pull up a loop into any of the triple crochet, and you're going to chain up 3. This chain 3 does count as a stitch. And in the same triple crochet, we're going to add a cluster stitch. So you're going to start as if you're doing a double crochet. So yarn over, insert your hook, and you want to be working in this tail end as we're doing all of these stitches. Okay, so you're going to yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and then don't pull through the last one. And you're going to do that one more time. So yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, and yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, and don't pull through the last one. Instead, we're going to yarn over and pull through all 3 loops on your hook. From here, you're going to chain 1, and then you're going to repeat what we just did in every single treble crochet stitch while working in this tail end. Don't forget about that, okay? So we're going to yarn over and insert our hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. And we're going to do that 2 more times. The first cluster had the chain 3 as the first double crochet, so that's why we have to do it 3 times in total going forward after this. So yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. Then one more time, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. You'll have 4 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all of the loops. Now we're going to chain 1 again, and I'm going to do that with you one more time. So yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and one last time, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, 4 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 4 loops, and chain 1. So repeat that in every treble crochet stitch, and I'll meet you at the end of the round right over here. Okay, so you should have just finished your last chain 1, and to finish off the round, we're going to insert our hook into the first stitch, yarn over and make a slip stitch to join the circle. So from here, you're going to chain up 1 and cut your work. Now we're going to take our third color and attach it. And we are going to attach in any of the chain 1 spaces. So any of the chain 1 spaces, when you pull them apart, you can see them pretty easily like that. It doesn't matter which one you choose. I'm going to go ahead right here in this chain 1 space, insert my hook, take my third color, and we're going to attach it the same exact way. Leave a bit of a tail end, don't need much at all. Okay, have your yarn over, pull up a loop, and chain up 3. And we're going to do something very similar that we did in the previous row. So we're going to make a cluster all in this chain 1 space, but instead of cluster of 3, it's going to be a cluster of 4. So this chain 3 does count as a stitch, so we're going to add 3 more stitches into our cluster. So this would be the second one, this would be the third one, and this would be the fourth one. Okay, so for the first one, you'll have 4 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all loops. And we're actually going to chain 2 here. So chain 1, chain 2. And then make sure to be working in this tail end as well. So in the next chain 1 space, we're working all of our stitches in the chain 1 spaces. Again, 4 clusters. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. This time you'll actually have 5 loops on your hook, right? Yarn over, pull through all 5, and then chain 2. So you're going to repeat that all the way around, and you'll have a total of 16 clusters. So there's actually no increase on this row. You'll have 16 clusters below in that darker color, this one, and you'll also have 16 clusters in this lighter color here. So I'll meet you back at the end of the row right over here to finish off the round. So you should have just finished your last chain 2 right over here. And same thing, we're going to slip stitch to join in the very first stitch to complete this round. Chain up 1 and cut your work. So we're going to do our final color change with our main color. Going to insert your hook in any of the chain 2 spaces. Leave a little bit of yarn hanging over. I like to leave a little bit more than usual for the final color, and I'll show you why. So when you attach this one, you're going to pull up a loop, you're going to chain 1, and then to really make sure this stays and it's hidden, the next chain is going to be with the tail yarn. So I chain with it like that. So you're going to yarn over with the tail yarn and make a chain. So next you're going to tighten it and tighten the old yarn, right? So it's nice and taut. And then you're going to continue chaining with the yarn that's coming from the ball and not the tail yarn. Why we do this is to really make sure it's secure and it doesn't come undone. We didn't need to do it for the previous stitches because they're so clustered and so thick. It's really unlikely that that will ever happen, right? So we're doing a total of chain 4. Make sure everything's taut. You may need to keep on pulling on these to make sure they're not getting loose. Not too tight that you can't put your hook through it, but you're going to chain up 2 more, and this will be a total of chain 4. It does count as a stitch, and it does count as a treble crochet. So we're going back to treble crochet. So treble crochet, this is the second one, and then 1 more into this space. And basically at this moment in time, we're just making the granny square portion. So this is so secure now because of how we had it before, right? So we just had 3 triple crochet in this chain 1 space, and we're going to chain 1 and go into the next chain 2 space. So we're only working the chain 2 spaces, and we're going to insert 3 double crochets into this space. So it's no longer clusters, just 3 regular double crochet as you know them to be, just like that, right? So we didn't cluster them, just 3 regular old double crochet, and then chain 1, and then you're going to repeat that 2 more times. So 3 double crochet into the chain 2 space, then chain 1, and then one last time, 3 double crochet right here in that next chain 2 space, and chain 1. So now the triple crochets were the corner. This is going to be a corner again. So we are going to go in with treble crochets. So you're going to insert 3 of them. Again, none of these are clusters anymore. Once we're working on that like main color portion, the granny square, no clusters, just regular stitches. So that's 3 treble crochet. You're going to chain 1, and then you're going to insert 3 more treble crochet in this same exact stitch we were just working on, right? So the same one right here, go ahead and insert 2 more. And now if you know how to follow the granny square, we're just going to basically keep on doing this pattern. So it's 1, 2, 3 spaces of double crochet, and then the 4th space is the corner with the triple crochet corners, right? So I'll show you one more time. We just finished our treble crochets. You're going to chain 1, and then in the next chain 2 space, insert those 3 double crochets, then chain 1, and then in that next space again, you got those 3 double crochets, chain 1, and in this last space here, you got those 3 double crochets and chain 1, right? So you can see now more clearly that this is the corner. And right here, we're going to match up with another corner that is made up of treble crochet. So you just did your chain 1, and we're going to go into the next chain 2 space with the 3 treble crochet, and then your chain 1, and then back into that same exact stitch, 3 treble crochet to complete your corner, like so, and chain 1. Okay, so continue this pattern all the way around, and I'll meet you at the end of the row and show you how to finish off this granny square. You may have gotten to your 3rd set of 3 double crochet and wonder what is going on here, right? So this is just how I like to do my granny squares. You should be ending on a chain 1 right now, and basically we're just going to finish it out in the corner. I like that for joining purposes. I think it's just a little bit more cleaner, and you'll see what I mean by that in a second. So in this chain 2 space, you just have 3 more of the treble crochet to add, and then our square is completed, right? So 3 more treble crochet, chain 1, and then you're going to slip stitch to join in the 1st stitch. Okay, and that is how we complete our square. So if this is your first square, we have to make a total of 13. So in your first square, chain up 1 and cut. If this is anything but your first square, so 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, whatever, it doesn't matter, don't chain up 1 and cut. Actually keep the yarn connected, because I'm going to show you how to start connecting the rest of your squares together. Okay, so now I'm going to show you the way that I join them. If you have a better way to join them, go ahead and do that, but I'm just going to share with you what works with me, right? So the 2 ways you'll be joining is usually 2 squares side by side like this, or a square going in a corner like this. Nevertheless, I join with single crochet. I think it gives this very pretty raised element here, and it also shows right side from wrong side. But honestly, if you wanted to have it out showing this way, I think it's very beautiful. Remember what I said, if it wasn't your first square, you didn't chain up and cut 1. What you want to do is find where it fits, so it would be fitting right here, right? I line my hook up. I'm going to take this square that I'm working with, and the corner of the square I want to join it to, I'm going to find the chain 1 space and insert my hook underneath it. Then I'm going to find my working yarn and yarn over and pull up a loop. And now they're already attached, right? I also want to find this other corner here and make sure they match up just a little bit. So basically I'm going to single crochet them together just all the way here until I reach the chain 1 space on both of these corners, okay? Insert 1 single crochet under each stitch on both of these squares. If we're reaching the corner here, I put my hook under both chain 1 spaces and do a single crochet. But because we're joining in a corner, I go under the chain 1 space of this like unconnected square one more time, and I go under the chain 1 space of the next square that I'm connecting it to, so this one over here, and I just do the same thing, connect it with a single crochet, and I kind of line them up again. Since they're the same exact size, you won't really have any issue. I just like having it all like flat so it's a little bit easier to work with. That's why I pull the corner like this. But because they're the same size square and you made them with the same hook and the same yarn and everything, you shouldn't have any problem lining them up at all. I'm just going to keep on inserting single crochets as I just did, and I'll meet you at the last corner. You just want to make sure you go under that last chain 1 space on both of these squares, and it is now connected. So from here you chain up 1 and cut your work, okay? And you do that in the layout that I'm going to show you. I'm going to insert a picture or a video of what it looks like, so just follow that and connect all your squares with single crochet or whatever method you like to use, as long as it's in this shape. So once we have our layout like this, all right, after you connected all your squares and have them like that, you want to make sure that you have the single crochet side facing up to you, and this will be your center. So you're going to fold it like so. This is the center one I was talking about, and just line them up on top of each other like this, and then you'll have 2 that are kind of sticking out this way. We are going to fold them in, and you just need to close off this side. So you're going to start in this corner in the chain 1 space, and then go under this chain 1 space and the other chain 1 space, right? So you have 3 of them on your hook now. You're going to attach your yarn and start to single crochet down this way, and every time you get to the corner, make sure you hit all 3 chain 1 spaces, right? So you're going to come down here, you're going to go this way, and there's 1 more flap over here, and then you're going to go down here. Go single crochet, and single crochet stitching, and you're going to repeat the same thing on the other side. Start up here, single crochet down to this corner, down to this corner, and close the last opening, single crochet down to this corner. I am going to try and show you, but it is a bit difficult. So this is the first corner that I showed you. I insert my hook under this chain 1 space. This is the other chain 1 space, and this is the last one. So I'm going to take my yarn, throw it over, pull up a loop, and then I'm going to line up the sides like so. I'm going to work in this tail end while I'm going down. It can be a little bulky at the start, but just be patient with yourself and you got it. So I'm just going to single crochet all the way down until I meet that corner space. Okay, so here I'm at the corner space, and again, you want to make sure you hit those chain 1 spaces, so go ahead and find them. This is the first one. Here is the second one right back there. Sorry, I know it's a little hard to see, but it's right there. They're just really easy to pull apart. If you just go like this, you'll find them pretty easily. And then get your hook under that third one and just make a single crochet. Cool. And then line up again. This is the next way that we are going, corner to corner, down this way now. Again, when you get to the corners, you want to make sure you insert your hook in all 3 chain 1 spaces and add a single crochet. And then we have the last edge right down here to go ahead and single crochet together, and then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Okay, so now we're going to go and add our straps. The straps will actually come up here, but in order to make sure everything's a little bit more secure, we're going to start in this corner over here or the corner right across from it. So at this point, you want to have the side of the bag that you actually want to use, so you can make the decision whether you want it to be facing this way or that way. At the end, it won't make a huge difference, but if you're particular about that, this is when you'd like to make that decision. So we want to go ahead and insert our hook into this corner where all those 3 chain 1 spaces meet. So insert your hook there and take your main color yarn, leave a little bit of a tail end because we're going to be working it in, okay? From here, again, we're going to pull up a loop to attach the yarn, and then we're going to insert a single crochet in all of the stitches, and again, make sure to work in this tail end as you go. So just go ahead and work in those single crochets in every stitch, even in the chain 1 spaces, right? So you have a chain 1 space right here, just go ahead and insert a single crochet like that until you reach the chain 1 space where the corner is. Now we're here, chain 1 space at the corner, right? With the triple crochets. So make a single crochet in that space, and then we're going to make our bag length chain. I'd say if you want a shorter strap, you can go 50. If you want a medium, I'd say 60, and like a longer strap, you can go 70. So I'm gonna go somewhere nice in the middle in between there. I'm gonna do 65. So a chain of 65, go ahead and chain 65. Okay, so here I am with 65 chains. You just now want to make sure that your chain is straight. So it's straight when all of the chains are facing the same way. You can see there's these little bumps on the back of the chain, and then on the other side of the chain, it's flat like a braid, right? So that's how you know if it's straight, if you're looking at it and you see all of the V's or all of the bumps. So what we're going to be looking for is all of the V's, and you just want to pull it to make sure all the V's are facing you until you get to the end, and that's how you know it's straight. Once you've assured that, you're going to insert your hook back in, and we're going to attach into the corner. So we start our strap over here, and we're going to go ahead and attach this chain 60 right here with a single crochet. So this chain 1 space, go ahead and insert your hook and connect with a single crochet. From here, you're going to continue along with single crochet down here, then single crochet up on the square behind it. And then you're going to do the same thing when you get to this top chain 1 space. You're going to do a chain of 65 or whatever number you chose and attach it into this chain 1 space. So I'll meet you right back here and show you how to end off the row. So we've made it here, and now we have 2 straps, right? Single crochet in every stitch until you meet where we started. So that's just this side right here, and we're going to join at this corner with a slip stitch. Okay, so we've made it back to the corner here. We're just going to slip stitch to join in the very first single crochet, and after you slip stitch, we're going to chain up 2 and insert 1 half double crochet in every single stitch. So at this point, this is why it was really important for your straps to be straight, because if they were twisted, this is the time where you will probably discover that. So definitely go ahead and frog that if you're realizing once you finish the strap that it is twisted. But just go ahead and also insert 1 half double crochet in all of the chain spaces and a half double crochet down all of the sides. So here and here, then you're going to go on the chain and then a half double crochet down here, and we're going to connect again. So I'll meet you back at this corner. So I just did my first row of half double crochet on the strap, and I just wanted to come in and say, make sure when you're doing your first half double crochet that connects back to the bag to go into this stitch and not the stitch that's on the inside here. So just make sure to pay special attention to where you're going once you're done working the half double crochet in those chain spaces. So it should look something like this, not this way. Now we're back at the corner that we started at, and you're going to slip stitch to join, chain up 2, and then you're going to repeat what we just did. So insert 1 half double crochet in every stitch, including the strap. I just made my last half double crochet, so I'm going to go ahead and slip stitch to join as we did before, but I'm going to chain up 1 and cut my work. So once you get here, this is what your straps look like. This is kind of the length and thickness of them. You could stop here, it's absolutely fine. I just like to go in here and add some edging just because I think it looks a little bit nicer than what the edge of the granny square looks like. So in order to do that, I'm going to join kind of in this spot right here. So this is a chain 1 space, and this is like that single crochet from that first row of single crochet that we did. I'm just doing that so it looks a little bit more seamless, and like this strap and these next couple of stitches are connected better. So I'm just going to go ahead and yarn over and pull up a loop, and I'm going to chain 1 and start with a single crochet in each one of these stitches while working in that tail end of yarn. Okay, this is just like what we did before, so 1 single crochet in every stitch, including the chain 1 spaces, and I'll meet you back when we get to the strap. So here we are at the strap, and this is a chain 1 space. So I'm going to go ahead and go into the under the chain 1 space and under that single crochet to make the single crochet similar to what we did over there. And I'm also going to slip stitch into the strap, and then I'm going to chain 1 and slip stitch 1 more time into the strap and turn my work. And after you turn your work, you will be working down here, up here with half double crochet. And I'm going to go in every stitch with half double crochet. Just inserted the last half double crochet, so I'm going to go ahead again and slip stitch to join. I'm going to see how I like it, the border. So I am the type to go with what I feel. I don't always do the same thing over and over, and I think this actually looks really pretty. If you don't like that this is a little bit thicker than this, you can go ahead and repeat the row we just did with another bit of half double crochet, but I actually really like this. So I am going to chain up 1 and cut and do this exact same thing with the other strap. I think that just looks so beautiful, and I'll show you the other side. It looks like that. You can really see the difference there, but it's all up to you. So I've just completed the other side. Both sides are done. I've weaved in my ends for the most part. I will just be double checking for any small errors or imperfections. But thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.